Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a giant thrift book haul. The other day I had some time off from my children because my oldest was at school and my youngest was at daycare. So I just popped into Goodwill, not really thinking much of it, but you guys, I found so many good books at Goodwill. So I have 10 books to share with you today that I got for, I think it was $45, which is insane for 10 books, especially compared to what they would have been at Barnes. So most of these books are books that I have already seen on booktube as recommendations, but there are a few sprinkled in that I have never seen and I just thought they sounded good. The first book that I want to talk about is The Huntress. This is a historical fiction set in the 1940s. I have already started this. I'm really not that far in, as you can see, but so far it's been intriguing. I'm pretty sure this is about a woman, the Huntress, who basically murdered people during World War II. From what I'm gathering so far, just from the first couple chapters, I think that she lived on the outskirts of a war camp, I think. And whenever people escaped or tried to escape, she would bring them into her little cabin and then murder them. I think this girl and this guy, it's dual POV, so I'm assuming that this guy and this girl meet up eventually and they track her down. So I'm pretty sure actually the girl in this book, her stepmom is actually the Huntress, and she doesn't realize, but she starts noticing weird stuff about her and then somehow meets up with the guy who is a Nazi hunter. So this is really interesting to me. I know a lot of people aren't really into historical fiction, and I'm still kind of trying to figure out my book taste, but from like the couple historical fictions that I've read, it's pretty intriguing, which is actually kind of surprising to me because I'm not like a history buff. So we'll see. The next book that I got is Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I've seen this on booktube and book talk and it seemed really interesting. Some people aren't as big of fans, but I've also seen people who are really into this book. So from the description, it seems like there is this circus that just randomly appears out of nowhere, and it's only open at night. Oh, there's a competition in this. A duel between two young magicians, Celia, that's my sister's name, and Marco, who have been trained since childhood expressly for this purpose. Unbeknownst to them, this is a game in which only one can be left standing. So that kind of sounds Hunger Games-y, and I'm obsessed with Hunger Games. So, but this definitely seems like it has more of a magical element, so I'm really excited for this one. The next book that I picked up, I was hesitant about when I first saw it on Book Talk and BookTube, and honestly, I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I was hesitant because of its cover, because I feel like the cover is corny to me. I don't know why, but it just seems corny. So I was hesitant, but after hearing a bunch of people say this is like a really great series, I picked up the first in the Infernal Devices series by Cassandra Clare, Clockwork Angel. Is it just me, or like is this cover like really corny? I don't know. I don't know. So this is about a girl that's on a journey to find her brother, and there are mysterious dark sisters who are members of a secret organization, but Tessa learns that she has the power to transform into another person. Tessa takes refuge with the Shadow Hunters, warriors dedicated to ridding the world of demons. Okay, It's giving supernatural vibes, and I love supernatural. It probably has a little bit more fantasy, a little bit more magic than supernatural. I probably shouldn't compare this to supernatural because I don't really know entirely what it's about. But the shadow hunters that rid the world of demons just automatically makes me think of supernatural. So this actually sounds so good. I just am never going to get over the corniness of the cover, but that's fine because what matters is the story within. The next book that I found at Goodwill is another one that people have different thoughts about, but I've seen it everywhere, so I figured I would give it a try, is The Song of Achilles. This is, I believe, a fiction story about Greek gods and goddesses. I'm so bad at pronouncing names, so don't judge me, but Achilles and Patroclus? Anyway, they forge an inseparable bond despite risking the gods' wrath. Okay, so it seems like they need to basically rescue Helen of Sparta, who's been kidnapped. So these two warriors go to basically find her. And I think it's a story about like friendship and love. I really don't know anything about Greek mythology, not gonna lie. But this is giving me like historical fiction vibes, so maybe I will like it. We'll see. The next book that I got is one that I have not seen anywhere, but the description sounded good, and that is Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. Basically, this is about a girl whose mother and sister were killed in a satanic sacrifice. And her brother, she testifies against her brother, and he is sent to jail for the murders. And later on, when she's older, this club of people who like to figure out different crimes, they basically recruit her to try and help them decipher what happened that night and try and get her brother free. So she's basically like working for this club to figure out what really happened that night. The next book that I found is 7 Days in June. I've heard this is a really good book. I haven't really been my reading journey hasn't really been that long so far, so I still like have a lot to read, but I don't in general really gravitate to romances. I think it might just maybe be like the time in my life right now where I'm just kind of trying to be on my own and like I don't know. I feel like when I'm reading something, I need it to be like gripping. So like cozy little romances of like just people like falling in love isn't exactly what I want to read because I just want to be like my adrenaline pumping. I don't know. But I heard this one is really good, and I feel like this romance I've heard is like a little different and a little bit more in depth. Like maybe it's not so much about the romance. I could be wrong. Oh, okay. So there's a single mom who writes erotica and a guy, award-winning novelist, and I guess they shared a night when they were younger. A night? A week. And they like fell madly in love, and in their books they've been basically writing to each other, which just sounds like such a cute concept. And they reconnect. Oh, but the guy broke her heart at the end of the first week when they were younger. So she's a little bit weary of what's going to happen. Oh, yes, I love this too. With its keen observations of creative life in America today, as well as the joys and complications of being a mother and a daughter. Yes. I need depth. That's what I think I need in a romance. Like, if I'm gonna read a romance, like, I need, like, deep feelings and, like, trauma and, like, all this stuff. Like, I don't really want to read like a romance that's just like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, there's no depth to it. It's just like, oh, they're falling madly in love, and oh no, then there's a problem, and then they have to fix it, and then they come together, which I feel like is literally the plot of every single romance book. That's a little much. Not every romance book, I'm sure, has that plot, but I just need depth, you know? The next book that I picked up is Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. Wait. Oh no, that's Gillian Flynn. I have also heard a lot about this book. This, I believe, is also about a single mom, and I think her son is kidnapped or murdered. Oh. No, her son kills a stranger on the street outside your house. Okay, her son is in custody. Oh, okay. So this mom witnesses her son murder a stranger on the street, and then he gets put into custody, obviously. And then she falls asleep and she wakes up yesterday, and then when she falls asleep again, it's the day before yesterday. So it's kind of like going back in time. Every morning you wake up a day earlier, another day before the murder, with another chance to stop it. Somewhere in the past lies an answer, the trigger for this crime, and you don't have a choice but to find it. Ooh, this sounds so good. I definitely want to read more thrillers, because the first and only thriller that I've read was not very good and didn't really like keep me on the edge of my seat like I would hope it would. So hopefully this will be really intriguing and exciting. I also got Drowning Ruth. I haven't seen this anywhere on Book Talk or TikTok or anything. Book Talk or TikTok, that's the same thing. BookTube or TikTok. But again, the description of this sounded really good. I think this also takes place, yeah, so it's like a historical thriller, I guess you could say, because it takes place in 1919. Basically, this mom drowns beneath the ice of a lake. The shock of her death dramatically changes the lives of her daughter, troubled sister, and husband, told in voices of several of the main characters, so it's multiple POV, skipping back and forth in time. Oh. The narrative gradually and tantalizingly reveals the dark family secrets and the unsettling discoveries that lead to the truth of what actually happened the night of the drowning. So again, seems kind of like a thriller, and weirdly enough, I guess I seem to like books that are set in the past, so we'll see how this goes. The next book that I got, again, has a bunch of different ratings all over the internet. Some people are like obsessed with this. Some people are like, not for me. But that is The Atlas 6 by Olive E. Blake. I've heard that Olive E. Blake is really, really good. Okay. I haven't even finished the first sentence on the back, and I'm already like, yes. You don't need to tell me anything else. Like, I'm almost tempted not to even to read the rest of what's on the back, because I kind of feel like I want to go into this blind, just reading the first half of this sentence. Each decade, only the 6 most uniquely talented magicians. Secrets, betrayal, seduction, power, welcome to the Alexandrian Society. I don't know what this is about, but I kind of don't want to read the rest of the back because I kind of want to go into this blind. And the very last book that I want to show you guys is The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I have seen this book. I haven't heard about what it's about, but I have seen it out there in the wild. Okay, so this is giving like Russian Doll vibes where she dies every single day until this guy can identify her killer and break the cycle. So it's kind of like Wrong Place, Wrong Time again, where it's just like the same, well, Wrong Place, Wrong Time isn't the same day, but like this is like the same day happening over and over again until they can figure out how to stop it, basically. I'm also quickly going to give an honorable mention. I did not get this thrifting. I got this a couple days ago. And I honestly didn't expect to get this for like 6 months. I like expected that I would find this probably like next summer, because of how popular it is. But I saw it on the shelf at Target and I literally ran to it. I saw it and my stomach dropped. That's crazy. So, and that's Iron Flame. So I don't think I have to go into great detail, but dragons, war college, romance. What else could you want? So there's that also. That is my thrift book haul, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and comment and subscribe. I would love to have you around for more bookish and momish content. And until next time, guys, bye!